talking about my all-time favorite books of ever, like not like of the year, but just in general, the books that I've read over the years and that just stick with me in my heart because they are just so amazing, and I want to share them with you because I want you to find them just as amazing as I do. So it was really hard to pick 10 books to put on this list. Well, it wasn't hard to pick the books, it was hard to arrange them from 1 to 10, 1 being the best book ever and 10 being still one of the best books ever, but not as good as the first one. There's like 5 of them on the list that could be in on the same level, like they could all be, let's say, number 5, but I have to put them in an order. So some of them are in an order, but they're not in an order in my heart. They're just there because I love them all the same, but I have to put them in the list to make this video. So it was hard, but I did it, and I could switch some around depending on my mood. So we'll just go with the list I did today. So this list is current from February 23rd, 2016. I mean, it's probably gonna change over the years because I'm always reading new books, so some books are gonna get pushed off, some are gonna get added on the list, so I'll do this again sometime in a few years from now probably, but right now these are the books that I am currently obsessed with all the time. So number 10 on my list is Eleanor Park by Rainbow Rowell. This one is so cute. This is the first Rainbow Rowell book that I've read, and the ones after that just never topped it for me. They were good, but they weren't like Eleanor Park good for me. The love is so stinking cute in this book. You don't even understand if you haven't read it, okay? It's just, Eleanor is like this really insecure girl, and she meets Park and they become best friends, and then they become lovers, and it's so cute. I just love it so much. Most of the books on this list will be here because of the cute romance that is within it. I'm not sure if I heard this correctly, but is Rainbow Rowell doing a continuation of this or not? We need it because the ending was horrible. Not that it was horrible, but like it was so annoying. I hate contemporary endings. That's the only thing I hate about contemporaries is the endings, because they're always cut too short when you want more, or when the story's not even done and they just stop the story, like this one. Like, what the heck's gonna happen to these characters? We have no idea if we need to know. So Eleanor, yeah, Rainbow, if you're listening to me, please write something after Eleanor Park. Just like another chapter, just so we can know what happened to the characters. Please, I beg of you. Number 9 on my list is Divergent by Veronica Roth. This is a book that got me into reading so much. I mean, I had read The Hunger Games before, like a few years before that, but it didn't hook me like this one did. When I had read Hunger Games, I loved it. I was obsessed with it, but for some reason, it didn't make me want to read more. This one made me want to discover all the books that ever existed on the planet Earth and read them all and have a huge TBR pile waiting for me in my room. I can't even remember now how many times I've read this book, because I remember reading it like 3 times before I read Insurgent afterwards, because I was really obsessed with this, and I had a hangover after I finished the whole series. I'm sure I was depressed for like 2 weeks afterwards. Like, I didn't want to know anything about anything else except Divergent. And no, Allegiant didn't ruin the whole story for me. I mean, I like the way she ended the book. It's different. Suck it up, people. So of course I have to put this one on the list because it made me start reading again, and it was just fantastic, and I love it so much still today. I could reread it 1,000 times and never get bored of it. That's how much it impacted me in my life. Love it, love it. Number 8 is a new one. I just added it in my list because I hadn't read it until last month. It's Every Last Word, you can't even see it there. Every Last Word by Tamara Ireland Stone. Oh my gosh, another contemporary story. So cute. Perfect ending though, not cut short. Thank you, Tamara. Thanks. What do you need to know? It's a book about mental illness, OCD, panic attacks, all that good stuff all jumbled into one. Being someone who's never had any problems with mental illness, it was really refreshing to see something like this, because there aren't many YA books about mental illness, first of all. So this one, being the first one that I've ever read, was so fun. It wasn't sad, it was fun, it was light, it was fluffy. I love the characters, I love the plot, I love the twists and turns that were interwoven with it. I mean, a contemporary, you don't usually have that many twists and turns, but this one was so much fun and I loved it so much, and you definitely have to give it a shot. It's so heavy. Like, for a small book, it's a honker. It's like probably like 5 pounds. No, probably like 2 pounds. It's heavier than a quarter pounder. It was seriously so good, and I know it's going on my 2016 favorites list already. Like, there's no doubt about it. Like, you can't convince me otherwise. So definitely check this one out if you want a cute-ish contemporary story. It's not sad, but it's not so cute like Anna and the French Kiss. But it's definitely worth a read if you haven't checked it out yet. Please go. It's so good. Number 7 on my list is the book that I probably connected the most to ever in my life. Like, I felt like I was the character in the book. And that is Just One Day by Gail Forman. I read this the year I was finishing college, and I had the same mentality as her when I read it. I mean, I was finishing, not too sure if I was in the right thing for me, in the right program for me, and she's in college / university, whatever, and she doesn't want to be in the course that she's in because her parents want her to be in that, and she wants to do something else. And it was just the perfect moment in time for me to read the book, and I think that's why I loved it so much. And I still haven't read Just One Year, you know, the following book, the one that is told from the guy's point of view of what happened. And I have Just One Night as well, When the Door Closes. What happens behind that closed door? So I seriously need to pick that one up really soon because I love this one so much, and I want to see what happened on Willem's side of the story. I suggest that you would check this one out because it just warmed my heart. I felt like I was Allison in the book, and her friend just reminded me of my friends, and everything was just so me. It was me in a book. That's literally what it was right here. Go check it out. Number 6 is Confess by Colleen Hoover. Colleen Hoover, I don't know how she does it. She's fantastic at doing contemporary stories, at doing romances so well. The boys, the guys that she creates in her stories are swoon-worthy, are perfection, are the guys that you would want to be with forever and ever and ever until you die. Owen, who's the main guy of the story, is so perfect. Like, you don't even understand how perfect he is, okay? This book contains art, like literally it contains art. There's like pieces of art in here, and I just love the way that she intertwined the art in here, and it's just really well done. And first of all, I love the cover. It's really nice, and you have a girl's face back here. You don't really see it until you like really look at it. And it's not really just about the love, it's about the backstory all around it, and everything is so good. And she's with the guy like the whole story, and that's another thing that is so good. Just like the next book that I'm going to show you, she's with the guy the whole story. Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. Now this one is a little bit more mature, so if you're either under 18, if you're any age and you're not ready to read about sex scenes, I wouldn't pick this one up because it's hot up in here. Like, you're actually like in the scene, you're the girl, you see everything that's happening. But it's so well done. It's not tacky, it's so beautiful, and so it flows really nicely, and everything that Colleen Hoover writes is so gloriously beautiful, and I love it so much. And the guy, I can't remember the guy, Miles. Oh, I can't even handle how much I loved Miles and Tate in this book. It was so fantastic. I loved it so much. They're perfect for each other. I loved it, and they were together like 90% of the book, so it made for a fantastic story. A+. Again, this is one I just read like a month ago, so the fact that it's already on my top 10 favorite books of all time says a lot. The 4th book that I have on my list, I wasn't expecting it to make it so low on the list, because when I was picking them out, I'm like, oh, that's gonna be number 2 or something. But then when I was putting them in order, I was like, no, there are other books that I love more. What is happening? And you'll understand because it's A Court of Thorns and Roses. When I read this book last year, and I can't wait for the next one, I was obsessed with it. I read it twice in a row, and I hadn't done that since I read Divergent a year before that. So it said a lot about how much I love this book, which I still absolutely adore it. I need to reread it so bad before the next one comes out in May. When I was doing my list, there were other books that topped it. So it was so sad to put it the fourth, but like I said at the beginning of the video, these next few books are like all on the same level, but I had to put them in an order. So it had to go number 4 because there were others that just deserved to be number 1, 2, and 3. So I'm so sorry, but I love you so much. Still, you're not less worthy because you're number 4. You are worth a 1 to me, but somebody else had to be the 1. It's just a book. It's not just a book. What am I saying? What's wrong with me? Who am I? I don't even know who I am anymore. If I were to describe this book in 1 sentence, it's Throne of Glass, but more mature. I mean, it's written by the same author, so there's like the same elements, but it's definitely more mature. The characters are older, and the content is a little bit older, more mature, I guess. And it is fantastic. When I finished it, I was like, this is better than the Throne of Glass series. But then I read Queen of Shadows and my opinion changed again. But at the moment, before Queen of Shadows came out, I was definitely on board with saying that this was better than the Throne of Glass series. I don't know why. It was amazing. I just couldn't get enough of it and I need to read it again. Number 3 on the list is Kalkar Prints by my wonderful Cassandra Clare, and it has my beautiful gem on it. I could not pick between Kalkar Prints and I couldn't pick between Kalkar Prints and Kalkar Princess, so I put this one on because Gem's on the cover. But the ending of Kalkar Princess is just so fantastic. I've never read such a beautiful ending to a book ever in my entire life. Oh my god, I really need to reread the series so bad. Now that I'm talking about it, I want to read it again so much, like incredibly so much, that I need to do it like right now. Can I just like reread it in 5 seconds and be like, that was amazing again? Thank you, Cassandra Clare, for your amazing books. If you are not too sure that you want to pick the Infernal Devices up or the Moral Instruments up, I definitely suggest that you pick up this series first. This is the second one, but pick up Clockwork Angel first if you're not too sure about which series you want to read, because this one is definitely so much better than the Moral Instruments. The Moral Instruments is great, but it's not as fantastic as this one is. So if you want to give it a shot, I suggest that you very much do, because look at Gem. He wants you to pick him up and caress him and give him kisses every night. Not that I do that at all. I seriously don't. It's not real. It's not true, guys. I don't do that. Who? What? No. If you've been here for a while, you know that Gem is mine. So back off. But seriously, if you want to love Gem, I really suggest that you pick it up. If you want to have a new boyfriend in your life, pick it up. If you want to have a new best friend in your life, pick it up, because it's just so amazing. Now we're in my top 2. Now this is going to be my top favorite contemporary and my top favorite fantasy book, which is not on purpose. It just happened this way. So in my second favorite book, which was like, not my second, it's like my top first, but there's another top first, and I had to pick one to put on the top first, so I had to put this one on the second, but it's like a first to me. So my second favorite book of all time, which is worthy of a 1, but I had to put somebody else there, is Anna and the French Kiss by the wonderful, cute Stephanie Perkins. That is a new love of my life since 2014. If you want a contemporary story that is amazing, so cute, fantastic, world, it's so good. Like, I can't even describe how much I loved it, because the romance is fantastic. The places that they are at is fantastic. The people in the book are fantastic. The things that happen are fantastic. Everything is fantastic. There's nothing wrong. Oh wait, no, there is one thing wrong. The ending. The stupid ending. It's always cut short. always, 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 always cut short. You want more, but there's no more. If you haven't read this one yet and you want to pick up Lola and the Boy Next Door or Isla and the Happily Ever After, don't do that. You gotta read this one first, then read the other two in order of the publishing date, because if you don't, the last book is gonna spoil the other two books for you, and you don't want that to happen. You want to get to know the characters before heading off to the last book, because this one just sets the tone for everything and how cute everything is, and it's just so wonderful. So yeah, number 2, worthy of a 1. All right, so the book that made it to number 1 on the list is one of the biggest books that I've ever read in my entire life, and it's The Queen, My Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. Like I was saying before, when I had read ACOTAR, A Court of Thorns and Roses, I was like, it beat it. It beat Throne of Glass series by a long shot, and then I read this one, and boy oh boy, it got its spot back at number 1. It was fantastic. Every single page, to the first word, to the last one, it was non-stop action, non-stop craziness, non-stop fun. All the characters were so fun in this book. Like, some of them in the other ones were like, I don't really care about Rowan, but in this one, I was obsessed with Rowan, and it was fantastic. And Dorian and Kale, I still hate Kale, but because his name is Kale, first of all, you know, that gross vegetable that nobody really likes but everybody eats anyways. This was not Kale. This was like a delicious banana split with chocolate shavings and chocolate icing and chocolate fondant. That's not really a thing, is it? The next one is coming out in September, and it's still so far away, but I'm okay with it being far away because we're still in February and we're not even at summer yet, and I want the warmth to touch my skin before this book comes out, because I am sick of tired of winter, although this year we've had a pretty good winter. So those are my top 10 favorite books ever as of February 23rd, of course. I mean, it's gonna change over the years/months of my life. So what I want to know is, what are your top 10 favorite books, or your top 5, or your top 1 favorite book ever? Let me know in the comments below, and I would love just, you know, to figure out what you love to read. You watch me and I tell you what I love to read all the time, but I don't know what you love to read, so I want to know that too. Have a little talk down in the doobly-doo down below. I can't talk. So let me also know if one of those books are on your list. All my social media links are down in the description box. If you want to go and be my friend on social media, you can do that if you want to. And I will see you guys very soon. Bye!